H.M. the King's Biography.
H.M. the King was born at Haga Palace in Solna at 10:20 on Thursday that an heir to the throne had been born, and was the cannons were fired at all of the country's salute stations and larger naval ships immediately after the birth. Prime Minister Per Albin Hansson, Minister for Foreign Affairs Øystein Undén, Marshal of the Realm Axel Vennersten and Mistress of the Robes Baroness Louise Rallam signed a statement of witness at an extraordinary council of state that same day. King Gustav V announced that the newborn heir to the throne had been named Carl Gustaf Folk Hubertus and had been given the title Duke of Jämtland. Prince Carl Gustaf was christened by Archbishop Erling Idem in the Royal Chapel on 7th June that year. In connection with the christening, the Order of the Seraphim was conferred on the young prince by his great-grandfather. His godparents were King Gustav V, Crown Prince Gustav VI Adolf, Crown Prince Frederick IX and Crown Princess Ingrid of Denmark, Crown Prince Olav V of Norway, Princess Juliana of the Netherlands, Duke Karl Edvard of Saxe-Coburg and Gotha, and Count Folk Bernadotte af Wisborg and his sister Countess Maria Bernadotte af Wisborg. The king, photographed with from left his grandfather Crown Prince Gustav VI Adolf, his father heir apparent Gustav Adolf and his great-grandfather King Gustav V, on the occasion of his christening on 7th June 1946, Prince Gustav Adolf and Princess Sibylla. His Majesty has four older sisters, Princesses Margaretha, Birgitta, Desiree and Christina, known as the Haga Princesses. At the time of the king's birth, the family lived at Haga Palace. Heir apparent Gustav Adolf, the king's father, and the eldest son of King Gustav VI, Adolf, died on 26 January 1947 in a plane crash at Copenhagen Airport. After his death, the family Princess Sibylla, heir apparent Carl Gustaf and his four sisters moved from Haga Palace to an apartment at the Royal Palace in Stockholm. On 29 October 1950, on the death of King Gustav V and King Gustav VI, Adolf's ascension to the throne, heir apparent Carl Gustaf became Crown Prince of Sweden. The new King Gustav VI, Adolf holding Crown Prince Carl Gustaf. Princess Sibylla and her children spent their summers at Solliden on Åland. In his will, King Gustav V had left Solliden to his great-grandson, Prince Carl Gustaf. The royal family spent Christmases at Drottningholm, which at the time was mainly inhabited during the winter. The Easter holidays were spent skiing in Dalarna. As a young boy, scouting was a great interest of the Crown Prince. He became a Cub Scout called Mowgli in 1955, and a Scout in 1958. One of his first official duties, aged 10, was his participation at a Swedish scout camp.
Education, confirmation and oath of allegiance.
The 7-year-old Crown Prince began attending Brom School in Stockholm on 1 September 1953. The Crown Prince's first day at Brom School. After the 6th grade, the Crown Prince's schooling at Brom School ended. On 31 August 1959, he moved to Sigtuna Humanistiska Läroverk Secondary School for his secondary and upper secondary studies. In 1962, the Crown Prince was confirmed at Borgholm Church on Åland, the king during his confirmation on Åland. In the background are King Gustav VI Adolf, Queen Ingrid of Denmark, Princess Sibylla and the king's sisters. On 12 January 1965, when the Crown Prince had come of age, he swore the oath of allegiance. The Crown Prince swears the oath of allegiance in front of King Gustav VI Adolf and the Riksdag at the opening of the parliamentary session in 1965. The Crown Prince graduated from his high school studies in natural sciences on 22 April 1966. He wrote his student dissertation on the main conditions for the regional differentiation of European agricultural production.
Military service.
Summer 1966, the Crown Prince embarked on his military training, which began in the Royal Navy. This included taking part in a round-the-world sailing on board HMS Älvsnabben. After his naval training, the Crown Prince also had the opportunity to train with the Army and the Air Force. Following his studies at Karlberg, the Crown Prince had achieved the rank of second lieutenant in the 3 armed forces. The Crown Prince subsequently completed the Swedish Defence University's management course. NT of the King and the Riksdag at the opening of the parliamentary session in the Hall of State at the Royal Palace. The king during his round-the-world sailing on board HMS Älvsnabben. Photo TT's Image Archive.
Academic studies.
In 1968, the Crown Prince began a special academic education program including courses in history, sociology, political science, financial law and economics at Uppsala University. He also studied courses in national economics at Stockholm University.
Further social studies.
In addition to his academic studies, the future head of state was also given special education about Swedish society. The Crown Prince carried out several study visits, including to the Swedish Trade Union Confederation and the Swedish Employers Confederation, news editorial teams, ministries, banks, and industries. In order to get a greater insight into the Swedish Foreign Service, the Crown Prince spent a period working at the Swedish delegation in New York and at the Swedish Embassy in London.
Ascending to the throne.
When King Gustav VI Adolf died at Helsingborg General Hospital on 15 September 1973, the Crown Prince became King of Sweden at the age of 27. The enthronement ceremonies took place on 19 September. The King swore the King's oath in the cabinet meeting room at the Royal Palace, in the presence of the government. Minister for Justice Lennart Geijer administers the King's oath to King Carl XVI Gustaf in the cabinet meeting room at the Royal Palace. Photo TTT. During his meeting with the government, the King also announced his regnal name, his regnal title, and his motto. Since my dear ancestor, King of Sweden, the Goths and the Wends Gustaf VI Adolf has died, I have succeeded him as King of our nation. My regnal name shall be Carl X VI Gustaf, my regnal title shall be King of Sweden, and my motto shall be for Sweden with the times.